What is up, guys? Max with the Parlay Princes. We're back. We're going to cover UFC 305 press conference. I'm going crazy with 305 coverage this week. Huge card. Very excited for the main card. The prelims are okay, but the main card is fantastic. This morning at 4 a.m. New York time, we had the fucking press conference. I did not wake up for that shit. I woke up at like 6:30. I immediately put it on. And it was unique. I put a whole bunch of notes. I watched it twice. First time was to have some fun. The first time was to enjoy it. The second time was to take notes and all that shit. So we're going to run through it, some of my favorite parts on there. Let's bring the notes out. Before that, guys, give me a subscribe, like, comment, all that shit. It helps out the algorithm. I got my merch on too if you guys are from New York. I made these from scratch. Little Switchblades on there. That's my video production company is Switchblade Handgrenade. So you can check me out on Instagram. So that's the handle right there. As well as check me out on the Parlay Princes, TikTok, and IG. That's where I post my bets. I post funny meme stuff. I try and go crazy on there so we have some fun. First things to start off with, I focused on the people just getting on the stage. Tuivasa has a shaved head. That's what not shaved, but he buzzed that shit. That's what we needed. I was tired of man bun Tuivasa. He was getting slept too much. I said in my last video, if we get shaved head Tuivasa, it's different. It's different. Man bun's gone. Let's fucking get it. The KO power is back. He's just he's more aerodynamic in there. That's what I expect. Hooker looks like he runs a fucking foreign rental car company out of New York or Miami. He got the full matching fit. He got the Air Force Ones on. I don't think he's losing, bro. We got Air Force One Dan Hooker out there. White. If he wore the black ones, we'd be like, all right, this guy has no idea what he's doing. He wore the white ones, bro. Squeaky clean. Beautiful. That gets me more hyped for the Dan Hooker fight. White Air Force Ones, super New York. Gamrot. Dressing like he's got 3 kids and he might have to take them to soccer practice on Monday. We got to step that fit up, Gamrot. I'm betting against you, so it was perfect for me. I got Hooker looking like a goddamn G out there, and we got Gamrot. The fit cost $100, Gamrot. We got to step it up. We know you're making money. Ercegs, this is not about anything fit related, but this is his 5th UFC fight and his 2nd press conference. That's pretty insane. That's not easy to do. Shout out to him because he can fight and do his thing on the mic. Obviously, it's not very aggressive, but respect. That's a very few amount of fighters, if any, have done that. 5 fights and 2nd press conference. Let's not forget that. Issy, shirt's fire. I need that shirt. That shit is golden. I think it was Louis Vuitton. I will never be able to afford that. It's probably $7,000. Shout out Issy for the shirt. And then DDP getting on stage, getting booed a lot. I was very surprised by that. We'd be hearing that Issy's losing fans. We think that DDP's a globally respected champion. Booing very heavy for DDP. I was surprised about that. I thought it was going to be even on the scale. When Issy hopped on the mic, there'd be some boos. When DDP got on the mic, there'd be some boos, but that's not the case. Booed heavily. And then we'll start diving into them actually on the microphone. So to start it off, DDP said he can win this any way he wants. He can win this dirty. He can win this clean. I don't think that's the case. I think you have to win this dirty. If you try and win this clean against Issy, he's just too technical. So don't do that, DDP. You need to make this as ugly as possible, get in his face, take him down, relentless. This is not a time to pull a Paulo Costa here. We saw what happened to Paulo Costa when Issy had the titty out. It's over. What else we got here? Issy said the break was good for him. It was good for his mental space just to do some soul searching. That's how he worded it. And I do actually believe in that. I got a little burnt out as a videographer recently. I've been doing it for 8 years, and around the 7-year mark, I got a little burnt out. And I took some time off, not because I wanted to, more because I had to, but it was beautiful. So I do believe in that as well. it's a blessing and a curse when you're fighting, because you do want to be in that octagon, get the nerves and jitters away. So it's a different approach when it comes to the fist fight lifestyle. But that is something interesting and to think about. Dan Hooker, he got on the mic and said, "You can't count me out of a fist fight," and that's why I have to bet on Hooker here, because he's gonna fight for my money. Yes, Gamrot should get takedowns, but I can't just bank off that. There's no way. So, and we even had Hooker in there giving some fake body shots on the mic when Gamrot was talking, so I love it. Gamrot is trying to play the heel very heavily. He's on the mic, "Fuck you all, you'll see your boy's gonna die." Well, let's relax, Gamrot. Like, you can be the heel, we get it. You're allowed to be. Someone has to be. But let's chill out. Let's not jinx it, Even though I need you to. I'm betting on Hooker. But let's see, we got, again, more boos for Drekus, which was interesting. And then we started talking about the social media wiener post. It got a little weird. One of the reporters asked DDP to talk about Issy and how he's posting a dick size competition, basically. It got a little weird there, but we let it ride. We need some jokes and we need some tension. We got a little both with that one. So I guess I'll give respect to the reporter for that one. We have another reporter later on that killed it. It's so rare we see this. He spazzed. Tuivasa got on the mic. Crowd loves Tuivasa. Obviously, that's a fan favorite no matter where you're at. Andy's home. It's like too easy. That's why I'm so excited for this main card. The crowd's going to be insane. Tuivasa unfortunately lost a bet to DDP over rugby. Apparently over $500. He will pay up. Don't bet before your fights. Here we are. Let's see what we got. This is interesting because Ercegs has the home advantage, and a reporter asked this. Shout out this guy. Just giving it the attention it needs. This is what Lucas Tracy would always preach about, how these reporters are just like robots. Like, how do you feel about fighting in front of a crowd? Like, are you kidding me? How is that your question? Ask like some real shit, and this was a real one. He asked Kara-France, "Bro, all your teammates are up here. Everyone loves them. You're the only one getting booed because this is Ercegs' home advantage." Beautiful question. You could tell the camera went on Kara-France. He was a little bit like, I forgot what his response was, but those are the kind of questions we need. Let's build some tension here. We're asking DDP and Issy about wiener picks. We're asking Kara-France about him getting booed when his teammates aren't. Love that shit. Amazing. GOAT reporter. Bring him on every time. One of the reporters said Hooker wins best dressed. We love it. Obviously, white Air Forces. New York fan favorite right there. Issy wants to remind us that he's the last Stylebender, and he's coming for his head. I don't think he was crying at this point where we talk about Issy crying, but Issy had some nice little one-liners saved for this event that he whipped out there. Oh yeah, after he said that, there was a very weird stare down for like 20 seconds. Nobody moved. They were just having a dick measuring competition. Eventually, Issy looked away and started laughing. Whatever, I needed this tension. I'd much rather prefer this than Issy and them get on stage and it's just, I respect this man. Let's battle. Like, nah, I needed some heated shit here. Another great reporter, here we go, talked about the odds flipping for DDP, and he talked about how he was an underdog and now it's dead even or he's a little bit favored, which made Issy upset. He started asking the reporter, wait, what's going on? Like, I'm the underdog. When did this happen? He started making a joke about how can I bet on myself. I hope that's not the case because you legally can't do that, and I'd prefer fighters to not be betting on themselves or against themselves, whatever the case is. But yeah, then Issy made a little taser joke. He said, "Yo, calm down and let me whip out the taser," because apparently DDP is getting tasered at his practices. I don't know if that's true or not, but again, little snarky joke from Issy. I like it. Let's build the tension up here. And then we had more of Gamrot being the heel. Here we go. Gamrot, be careful. If my guy Hooker stuffs 2 takedowns, be careful. And yeah, Gamrot playing the heel. Hooker's not even phased. He's like, the camera goes to Hooker. He's like, yeah, we're out here. Let's get it. Gamrot's like, I kill for money. I blood feed. Like, relax here. If you win this, it's going to decision. So let's relax. Again, Hooker's not phased. And this is the point where it got very interesting. We saw some tears coming out. Issy talks about how he's going to bring the belt everywhere. He's a child of Earth. And that's when DDP comes in. Are your servants going to come with you where you travel everywhere? Didn't have to say that, but he kind of did. We got to hype this up. So that's when Issy just got super livid. I think he was quiet for a second, and then he started crying and all that. But oh yeah, then that's what it was. DDP was getting mad that Issy was kind of under the table mentioning that he is making this fight about culture when he's just saying where he's from, where he trains from, where he's gonna bring it home. He's not saying he's black. That would be a huge issue. He's saying he's African, which technically, by the world standards, he is. So it is what it is. But got Issy super upset. He starts crying. He wants to take this guy's head off, and that's not good for fights. We don't like fighters that are emotional. I'm betting on DDP personally. I'm not single betting anything. I'm doing parlays, low risk, high reward, like I usually do. But that's not what we want to see with a fighter. That's where you start swinging a little too heavy, making mistakes. DDP is so calm at this press conference, and Issy is not. Izzy's punching the table as he's leaving. That's a tough one. So it is a tough one for Issy. DDP even said, like, my man, calm down, and Issy freaked out. I'm not your man, bitch. So he's taking it a little too far. Called him a pink fit. I don't know if that's a racial term. It sounds racial, but you can tell DDP is getting to his head. He's 2 for 2 on making people cry at press conferences. Whoever's up next, be careful. Have some shit lined up. Study McGregor for a few months because this guy's 2 for 2 on making people cry at press conferences. Insane. Tuivasa gets asked a boring question, and it switched back to Issy, and he's crying about his family. We saw multiple camera cuts as he's crying. Again, I don't like it. I need someone like DDP who's kind of laughing. He's in there. He's having fun, joking around. There's not much that could make me cry at a press conference, especially stuff that little. I forgot if I even mentioned the dog thing, where he was like, I didn't mention that. Izzy is talking about the underdog shit, and my guy DDP goes, bro, we're not talking about dogs here. Relax. Beautiful. We'll see how the fight goes. I'm more excited for DDP's next press conference. Like, unbelievable stuff. And with Izzy, it looks like roid rage. We see the titty popping out. The way he's screaming, punching the table, it's almost like roid rage, So I'm betting DDP, or I'm not betting anybody on that fight. I can't bet on an angry Izzy. Again, we saw what we did with Costa when he had the titty out and he was pissed, but Costa's just standing there like a punching bag. Come on. He's just getting lit up. That's not DDP at all. It's the complete opposite. And then we ended it with Izzy saying he's going to kill DDP's dreams. That's it. Punched the table, walked off. We saw the stare downs for everybody. Nothing too crazy about the stare downs. I'm about to look at the photos real quick just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Hooker obviously looks taller. That was unique, and I knew that was coming. Ercegs looks taller, obviously. Let's see what we got. Tuivasa and Rosenstrike were like the same height, which I don't know how that's possible. Maybe because Tuivasa's shoes. Let me see real quick. UFC fight schedule. I just want to see their heights because they're like dead even on heights, and that's a little weird to me. Oh, they're the same height. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought like Rosenstrike was like 6'5" and Tuivasa was 6'1". It is what it is. And again, with the Issy, you know, not much of a height difference, maybe an inch or two, but Issy always wears some big ass shoes, so I think they're going to be the same height in the octagon, and that's something to think about as well. But that's it. Unique press conference. I can't stand how they're 20 minutes long, but it was at least hyped up. We saw more tension than friendship, which I'm always a fan of personally. When it comes to a fight, help build it up. I wish they did old like McGregor shit where you have them sitting in chairs facing each other. Yes, it is sketchy, but you know I think that the UFC is now just evaluated at billions and billions of dollars, selling to whatever companies. I think that they have to keep it calm. They can have some tension, but they can't do what they used to. We can't been chucking shit across the tables. Dana likes tension, but barely, you know. I think that's why we had some great reporters this time, because John Anik was out there, not Dana. Dana was on there. As soon as Izzy started crying, he would have wrapped that shit up. So shout out John Anik for making this last another 5-7 minutes. That's why I stopped going to these shits too. When they're close to me, like an hour drive, it's not worth it. They last 20 minutes. It takes an hour to get in. It's like a 5-hour journey there and back to watch 20 minutes of that stuff. So it is what it is. I did enjoy this one. I'm excited for DDP's next press conference, and I'll have more picks for you guys coming probably tomorrow morning, fresh off the wake up. That way it's like bam in your face. Again, Instagram, TikTok, that's where I post all my real shits, like my exact betting slips you'll see there. Low risk, high reward. The biggest slip I'll do is probably like $50 just to have some fun, but that's it. We're going for 50 cents, $1, $2, $5, $10, $50 bangers. Let's get it. Max from the Parlay Princes. Appreciate y'all.
I got me a bag, it can't even fit up in my jeans. The niggas mad, prices back up on my teeth. We try too fast, I didn't know I made it down the street. In French, I we the team. 100 rolls up in a week. I made 100 right in that week. I just see shit I cannot sleep.